Hello and welcome to Jesmond for this match between Northumberland and Cumberland in the Minor Counties East Division, and we're underway here on time this morning. 10:30 start, and we got underway. It's an overcast morning, but now Cumbria, they've continued the batting here, and now they're 31 ahead. They've got a lead of 31 on Northumberland's first innings total of 258. 289 for 4 now, Cumbria. Dutoit has gone to his first 50 of the championship season, and he's batting at the moment with Slack, who's on 39. And there's no doubt, with just 13 overs now remaining of the first innings for the permitted 90. 77 overs complete here in the Cumbria first innings, and we're into the third day. Jack Dutoit has set his stall out not too early. He played a couple of overs nice and straight, but in the last 5 or 10 minutes here, he's taken the attack to the Northumberland bowlers. We've had Arshad, Tyndall, and McGee has just bowled his first over of the day there. So we're into proper time now. We've made up another half an hour of lost time, but we've still lost quite a few hours of this match through the weather. But it's overcast at the minute, not much breeze, the outfield's wet, but it hasn't made much difference because the ball hasn't been on the ground all that often in the last quarter of an hour or so. Indeed, it's been out the ground just a little bit, but 32 now in front, Cumbria, as Tyndall bowls to Dutoit, and he's driven it high up towards, and he might be out, caught by McGee down here at long off. And it's Dutoit who is gone. We've seen a wicket fall early here, just 2 minutes after 11 o'clock. And we've been on for 32 minutes here, and the first wicket has fallen. And Dutoit is caught out. A wicket for Tyndall there. Drove high, a lofted drive up towards us here, beyond the long off boundary. Caught by McGee for 76. So there we go, the fifth wicket falls for Cumbria with a lead of 32 and on first innings here. And the applause there just for Jack Dutoit as he walked off, and we should be expecting another Cumbria batsman out any moment now, but 12 and a bit overs to go here in the first innings. And just to welcome you, our first commentary, our scheduled commentary, was at 12 noon today, but seems though we had this quite interesting situation where, to see what Cumbria would do here, they're just going, at the moment it looks like they're just going to try as whack as many as they can to get a lead, minor substantial lead over Northumberland here. But it's going to be Tyndall to bowl again, and the new batsman in is Watkinson. He's come in to replace Dutoit, and a very well made 76 there, his first 50 of the 3-day season. But weather's still the same, perhaps a little more breeze, a wide field, there's no slips in place. Mid-off and mid-on up now for the right-hander, and I think it'll be Slack who's facing this one. Yes, he's faced the first one because the batsman crossed there, and they get a single through to this near end. Slack comes through there, and he goes to, well, the total for Cumberland goes to 291, 33 in front now. And Slack has gone to 40, and it's going to be Tyndall again, and Watkinson is going to face his first ball here. Here's Tyndall now charging in, away from us over the wicket, bowling to Slack, who's turned that out towards square leg, and there's a nice sliding stop in there from mid-wicket. A good run round to his right there, the fielder, and picked that one up. So one more to the total. Watkinson's off the mark straight away. 292 for 5 here. 34 now the lead for Cumbria on first innings. Here's Tyndall again, bowls. And it's Slack who pushes down into the leg side, and there's he went for a single there, but he's sent back by Watkinson, and there's no run in the end. So Watkinson 1 not out, and Slack 40 not out. It's Slack who's on strike. And yes, good morning, and if you've joined us early here, our scheduled broadcasts, I'll just repeat, start at 12 o'clock, but we'll go for about 15 minutes here and take you through this first part of the morning, the first hour here, because we're into proper time now. And there's Slack just pushing one to the left of extra cover. That's McCabe in there, and it's fielded by Hanley down in the deep, running in from the deep cover boundary across to the left, and he throws in. So 1 more to the total. Slack's gone to 41, and now the lead stretches up to 35 for Cumbria. As Tyndall it is again. In he goes and bowls, and that's a good length. And Watkinson's all defensive this time and pushes it back, and that's the end of the Tyndall over. So at the end of that one, Cumbria 293 for 5, having just lost their captain, Jacques Dutoit, for 76. He took the firmament, he took the aerial route in the last quarter of an hour to try and get as many runs on the board. So 78 overs complete now, I think it is, yes. So we've got 12 more in this Cumbria first innings. 293 for 5, 35 ahead. Northumberland all out for 258 in their first innings. And it's going to be McGee again who's going to start off here. Here he comes and bowls, and it's full, and it's driven up too long off, just to the left of the scoreboard there, and it's picked up now and thrown in. So 1 more to Slack there. He goes to 42, and the score goes to 294 for 5. And it's Watkinson on to strike. He's the shorter and the stockier of the 2 batsmen now. He opened the bowling for Cumbria, along with Siddle, when Northumberland were batting. And that's swept, and he might be out, caught at backward square leg here. And Watkinson is gone, and another wicket falls here. And it's McGee who gets his second wicket. Just turned on that one, and it come more or less off the top edge and just looped up, and it was a straightforward catch in there at backward square leg. And it's Watkinson who's gone. So 294 for 6 now, Cumbria, and they're 36 ahead on first innings here. And it's Watkinson who goes off. And the hours of play today, scheduled time, scheduled closing time today 5:30, but there'll be a minimum of 93 overs in the day's play today because of the time we've lost. And then as soon as we reach 5:30 or 93 overs, the last hour of play will start, and there'll have to be a minimum of 17 overs in that last hour. So we've got on the board at the moment 102 overs remaining in the day. We'll probably lose 3 of those for the change of innings when it comes. But the new batsman in, Boyne, for Cumbria, a right-hander. And he's at the crease now, and it's going to be McGee. Comes around the wicket towards us here, left arm, and that one's just defended out there to extra cover, and there's no run. And McGee now, he looks like he's off his full run up here. Here he comes now. Got that quick action of his. There's Boyne again, plays to the left of extra cover, and he's going to get a single. So he'll get off the mark with that one. And it's fielded now, so the score goes to 295 for 6. 37 ahead. now Cumbria on first innings here. Here's McGee again, in he comes, and that's turned to leg this time, and it's Cant the captain who picks up there in mid-wicket, and there's no run. And it's McGee again now, here he comes. In and bowls, and that's driven square, and they run this time. And there's a fielder out there to the right, down on the deep cover point boundary, and it's thrown in now, and that's the end of the over. So just one at the end of the over there, and Slack goes to 43. He scored that run, and now the lead extends to 38 with 11 overs left in this first innings of Cumbria here. So 79 overs complete in the first innings, 101 left in the day. You can take 3 off that for the change of innings. But it's Tyndall in to bowl again now, and it's Slack who just turns that one into the leg side, and there's no run. And Tyndall gets the ball back up here as he comes back to the end of his run now, about to go in again. Here he goes now, in again to Slack, who's just guided that one past point for 2. They're coming back, they'll have to be quick, and in it comes now, and they get 2 runs there. And here's Tyndall again now when he goes to bowl. He's there, and it's driven this time up towards long off here. And it's McGee who's going to pick that one up just to our right here. And that takes the score. Another single there takes it to 299. And Slack goes to 46. And 41 ahead now they are, Cumbria on first innings here. Tyndall again now to Boyne this time, who just turns it to the left hand of point, who runs across there and picks that one up. And it's Thompson there in fielding. And 300 up, the applause there. 300 up for Cumbria, so 42 ahead now. And here's Tyndall again. The weather's still alright here, not much change. The field spread, there's no slips in. As Tyndall bowls to Slack this time, who turns up to deep backward square for 1. It's picked up now and thrown in to Peyton, the wicketkeeper. And it's Slack who gets another run there, 301 now, and he's gone to 47. So 43 the lead. Here's Tyndall again now, fast medium, and he goes over the wicket and bowls, and there's a bouncer, and it's Boyne who moves his head out the way of that one, and that's the end of Tyndall's over, his latest over this morning here. So we started at 10:30, and it's Cumbria here who have started the day overnight. There were 235 for 4, so they've added 66 this morning to the total. 66 it is, and it's McGee who's going to bowl again here. And here he comes now, round the wicket into Slack it is this time, who's on the back foot, and drives it up there to long off, and it's thrown in. So he gets another one, he goes to 48. The score goes to 302 for 6. Here's McGee again now, 44 the lead. And there's a car alarm going off somewhere, as in comes McGee again and drops one short, and Boyne this time plays that one from his crease, and there was a lot of backspin on it when he hit it into the ground there, and Peyton just does the job behind the stumps, grabs that with one hand, his right hand there, and there was no run. Here's McGee again now, and that's turned up towards here, and they're going to run quickly here. The ball comes in, and that's good running there from Slack, who sprinted. He saw that one early, and he was running to this near danger end, and he got in safe as a sandbag there before Peyton could take the bails off. So 303 now, the total here, 303 for 6. It's Slack it is this time, who whips it away up to Hanley at square leg, and he picks up and throws in again to Peyton. So one more to the total. He's gone to 49. And the score goes to 304. Here's McGee again now. Boyne on strike this time, and he's forward, and that one skidded off the pitch, and he missed it. Zipped by beats him past the outside edge there. And Peyton did well. I can only remember Peyton actually slipping up with one take behind the stumps in the whole match. But there's another one. He beats the outside edge with bounce this time. And it's Peyton again, takes that up by his waist, close up behind the stumps there, and that's the end of the over. And we're going to have a change of bowling for the next one. It's going to be the captain, Tom Cant, who's taking his jumper off there. Now he's going to fetch the bowling marker, the run-up marker. So 304 for 6 at the end of that one, Cumbria. It's 49 to Slack and 3 to Boyne. We've had 2 wickets this morning. It was Jack Dutoit for 76. He holed out down to long off. McGee took the catch, and it was Tyndall who took the wicket there, was the bowler. And then we had Watkinson out not long after he went in for the second wicket of the day so far. So here's Cant, right arm over the wicket he goes, no slips, and it's Slack who drives this time out to Hanley at deep cover, and he's kept it to 1 there, just about 15 yards in from the boundary. He fields that one, and it's 50 for Slack there now, 50 for Slack. The applause there just goes up round the terraces, and we've got quite a few people in already this morning here at Jesmond, as Cant loops one up, this time full. Slow ball, and it's driven square, and they run. They're going for 2. The throw comes in from Hanley now to the top end, but they're going to make it safely again. So 2 more to the total, and it's Boyne who gets those 2. He's gone to 5 now. The score goes to 307, so 49 ahead, Cumbria now. As in goes Cant again and bowls. And it's Boyne, and they're coming for 1 after that driven shot there. I think it was McCabe in there with extra cover. McCabe just couldn't quite keep hold of that one. So 1 more. Boyne's gone to 6, 308, 50 ahead now. Cumbria, as Cant's in again to bowl, drops 1 short, and that's whipped up towards the mid-wicket boundary this time for another single. And it's thrown in, so Slack adds 1 more to his total. He's gone to 51, and the score goes to 309. Here's Cant again now, bowls, and there's Boyne this time, pushes the ball back to him on the bounce. Cant with his shirt sleeves, but his buttons done up right underneath his chin. Little towel sticking out the back of his pants there as he goes into bowl, and he loops another one up full, and just tempts another hit into the leg side up to long on, this time for a single. So Boyne gets the single off the end of the over there. So where are we now? Boyne 7 not out after that one, 51 to Slack. And Cumbria now 52 in front on first innings here, 310 for 60 are, and we've had 82 completed overs of their first innings. So with just 8 overs of the first innings to go here for Cumbria, the restriction up to at 90 there. There are 52 in front, and I shall be back at 12 o'clock to keep you updated more with this match as it progresses. And I've just seen another wicket as we go off the air here. It's Boyne who was trying to cut. The ball was a little bit too close to him there, and it's McGee who's got another wicket. Ollie McGee got a bit of bounce It wasn't wide enough to cut, and Boyne slashed at it and caught behind by Peyton, the wicketkeeper, who has been more or less excellent throughout this Cumbria innings so far. But there we go. I'll leave you with a score 310 for 7 Cumbria, 52 ahead of Northumberland with just 8 overs to go in their first innings. And I shall be back, and do join us again here on Cricket West Tyne on Spreaker Internet Radio, and you can do that at 12 o'clock as we take up the commentary again. But for now, I'll speak to you again at 12.